Hi guys, it's Horror Crossing, and today we are going to be touring my first island that I ever created, which I believe was in like 2021. This island is a good way to put it, my baby. It was my first island I ever did, and it is very rough looking, so let me just get that out of the way. Welcome to Midsommar. Oh my gosh, I haven't visited this island in so long, so this is gonna be crazy to me. Starting at the airport, because this just makes sense where the tour would start, because people come in, this is the entrance. So starting off, when you would first come in here, there's this little entrance, and again, very rough. Don't really know what much of this really meant at the time, but I just wanted spooky vibes. I will say it's kind of pretty. I mean, I'm not gonna hate on it too much, but it's alright. Could I do better now? Absolutely. And my island was called Midsommar at the time, and of course I had to dedicate a small portion of the island to the movie, so I figured to do the flowers, and that's why it's such a contrast from the rest of the island that's super dark. It's one of my favorite movies. I'm a huge horror fan, and oh my goodness, if you've ever seen Midsommar, this is the best reference of the whole island. This might be my favorite part of my island, but basically this little bear is my boyfriend, and I made him an account on my Switch just so I could have his character on my island. He doesn't play. His name is Jace, and in the movie Midsommar, her boyfriend is a bear, and there's a yellow tent scene. Like, if you've seen it, you get the reference. Disclaimer, my boyfriend, Jace, is not like the boyfriend in the movie. No. Jace is an angel, perfect guy, but I just had to have this in here and I thought it was cute, so it's my favorite part of my island. So if you ever visit it, go say hi to Jace. But this whole area section is completely dedicated to the movie, and there's a bunch of little references, so if you haven't seen it, definitely watch Midsommar. It's a little weird, but it's still a great movie. Horror Crossing approved for sure. And then going to the museum, I always kind of use the museum as a fill area, at least in this island. I didn't know how to decorate or like what to do, so it's just a little random. This beach though, I really liked the concept. I think I could perfect it now, but it's alright how it is. But yeah, I think I could do better with this like section now if I like redid the concept, but that was just like the oddities, and I felt like it went really well with the museum. Now coming back to the airport, and we go up these little stairs, and this was my Nook's Cranny, which I really like this area too. I know I said I didn't care for this island, but as we're going through it, I'm noticing little things that I really did like. And I mean, for my first island, it's not terrible. And this little cult sign, so there was a whole backstory to this island when I used to post on Instagram. So like the story was there was like a cult on this island, so there's a little bit of cultiness, whatever the word is, going around here. This little area, again, kind of just a filler, had real no purpose. Do I like it now? Absolutely not. I mean, look at that. Like, what are those, like, you see the custom designs to the left? Like, what are those? Those don't go with anything. Like, what was I doing, dude? Don't even get me started on this area. I hated this so much. Okay, this was like Able Sisters, whatever. What are those clothes behind the bars doing? I don't even know what that's supposed to be now, but at the time, I thought I ate. Going towards this way is just kind of a little walkway separating certain parts. Not crazy about it again. I think it just looks rushed. Things are out of place and don't make sense. And this little like fortune teller area was terrible. I don't like it. Now the campsite area is kinda good, kinda not. And Lucky, oh my gosh, so if anybody doesn't know, Lucky, Cole, and Rattle are my 3 forever villagers. You'll see them on every single island I ever create. Campsite area, which it starts off pretty normal. I got a little suitcase by the campsite, makes sense, and then it just something happens. Like the rocks, terrible, should have been broken. The flowers, I don't know why I used white tulips so much, and then this area, it's a mess. Going towards this way, now this was just a couple neighborhoods. Oh my god, it's old Natalie. Oh my god. She's so cute. I mean, I look the exact same. I mean, I keep the bow. The bow is a horror crossing necessity. I did change up my hair, but I haven't unlocked it yet on my new island that I'm using right now to visit this. I love the homes. If you ever visit Midsommar, I was always a better interior decorator than an exterior decorator. Now, I don't know whose house we're going into yet, so I might take it back. Oh no, this is cute. Yeah, like, see? Like, I kinda eat. I kinda, you know what I mean? Like, witchy vibes, like whatever. Like Matilda, like cute, you know? I don't know, spiritual. I don't know, but this is cute. I like this. This is nice. See, it's cozy. This was Dobby's area, which, okay, terrible. But he was like the detective. Let me just pick that up. He was like the detective of my island that kind of goes into the storyline. Like, he was supposed to be investigating the crimes and the cult that was going on. Don't mind her, she's an NPC. See, again, more of an interior decorator, but this isn't even that good. First of all, he shouldn't even have that outfit out. That wasn't a thing. And the cardboard box, that's not supposed to be there either. I don't know why he's got that on a cardboard box. Okay, well anyways, this is Dobby, obviously. He was the little detective, love him. All right, jump into this spot. Okay, don't mind the body. Of course, a horror crossing necessity, bodies everywhere. Let me pick that up because I didn't pick up anything on my island before I uploaded the stream address, kind of sad. And this is my little neighborhood area, which I actually really mess with. And I didn't even show you guys what villagers were on my island. So we got me, Jace, the NPC, Zucker, Lucky, Opal, Dobby, Rattle, Cole, Agnes, Shino, whatever, Matilda, Marcel. The dream team for Midsommar. I mean, this was great. And then whatever, this is my layout. I'm not a good like map layout person. I don't know how many minutes we're into this, but I just realized like I'm not cut out for like speaking on YouTube videos. I don't know, like I feel like I'm on a FaceTime. Am I not being like professional? I don't know. You let me know. This is the inside of Marcel's house. This was so cute. I loved it. I loved the greenery. It was beautiful. A+. This room gets an A+ from me. Moving on to my house, this was the entrance and I wanted to make it, I didn't even mean to make it like a little maze, but it ended up being that. So I was like, you know what? Heck yeah, let's do this. And then to the side, there's this like little, I don't know, dip. And I think it was supposed to be like something nuclear. I don't know, but I don't know, I like it. You can tell when the 2.0 update dropped and they introduced glowing moss items. I was all over it. You already know I was all over that. I mean, you can tell. Glowing moss is everywhere, and it doesn't even make sense in some of the places that I put it. Don't know. So this is my house, but I want to save that for a little later, and then this whole area is just kind of a mess to me. Again, another mess. This is Cole's house, which I wish he was home because he had one of the best interiors of mine. Actually, they all did on the 3rd level. Like everybody around my house had decked out houses. So this was the drive-in. Now the drive-in was a nice concept. Did I fail at making it? Yes, 110%. But I can't go back now and change it. So it is what it is. There was some Midsommar references, like the movie that was showing was Midsommar, the little bear standee. And this entrance was to Rattle's house. Now, on my Instagram, the story of Midsommar, Rattle was my little evil sidekick. It fit perfect with one of my other rooms that you'll see in my house later, but Rattle's like, you know, he kind of has the doctor aesthetic going on, so he was perfect. This is the inside of Rattle's home. Very cute. Gave him a little doctor's room, kind of like mine, but obviously toned down because there's only so much you can do in villager homes. Moving on to my house though, this is definitely a treat. This is easily the best home I've done. For my first house, for sure, it was amazing. The entrance room is one of my favorite rooms I have ever done because it is so me. Everything's like Halloween, spooky, the vibes, like this was my favorite room, and I'm honestly probably gonna recreate this room in my newest island that I'm currently doing right now because I love it so much. You can't tell me it's not the coziest room you've ever seen. Come on. going into the kitchen, this room is cute. I mean, in my head, when I first started making islands, like my house was supposed to be my house. So I was obviously gotta have a kitchen. But yeah, I don't know. It's cute. Got my little snapping turtle in there, my little dinner, and I tried to make it red because obviously Horror Crossing, I tried to get the grossest pot of food that the game had to put there as if I'm eating it. And then my little skeleton guy, he was like my little server or whatever. I don't know. I had ideas. And he was my little pet, of course, so he had to stay in the kitchen. And then upstairs was gonna be like my bedroom. And this is the room, and it's so pretty. Again, I'm an interior designer, not an exterior. So this room had my little typewriter, my lucky shrine because he was my first favorite villager. The flowers on the walls are so pretty with the red light. I don't know, this was very cozy. And of course, a house needs a bedroom, so going down into the basement. Typical basement in Animal Crossing. I feel like everybody made their basements really weird, especially in 2021. But this was kind of normal for me. I wanted to have like surveillance. And then the two villagers that were on Midsommar that took me so long to get rid of was Victoria and Paula. Hated them so much. So I gave them a spot in my basement. And you can imagine what's in the bags. I'm sure you guys can get what I was trying to put down. And I better not see anybody like, oh my god, Paula's my favorite villager. No, why'd you do that to her? Oh my god, Victoria. No, we do not like them around here. Absolutely not. No. And for the best room in the house is the room I like to say that kind of gave me a pop. So if anybody really knows me from 2021, I was on Instagram posting some wild stuff in the Animal Crossing community that took place in this room. I love this room. Some people like to say it reminds them of Saw. I don't know. I take that as a compliment. This room was my favorite, and it still is. Every single island I have made has always had some sort of hospital room, and everybody knows what happens in this room. And if you don't, check out my Instagram. A little bit of a warning, it's a little gruesome. That concludes the Midsommar Horror Crossing house tour. So the next area we're gonna go to is kind of the festival area. Again, it ties into the story, but it kind of is on the beach and also like this little area. So again, a big mess. I hate this area so much. Everything just looks out of place. If I could redo it, I would probably put, I don't know, something behind everything to just make it not look so random and out in the open. I don't know. I could really slap myself for some of the design choices I decided to make on this island. So enjoy the rest of this little festival area, because I don't have much to say about this. Thank goodness that area is over with. Okay, so these are gonna be the beaches, which this is the right side of my island, this beach. Pretty simple, just fillers. Again, tried to keep the spooky vibes. No real theme here. And back here was a little guy, and I put him behind bars, and it was for like an Instagram post. Again, you can find it on my Instagram. I don't know. Again, don't really, and I thought you could get behind that little bar. I could have sworn I've done it, but maybe you can't. And this is another beach on my island. This was like the villager graveyard cemetery. There's Tom Nook. I mean, he had it coming. Hopper, he was a past villager on my island. So was Ursula, I think her name was, and Klaus, and then Franklin. Yes, even he was a victim of my axe on here. And this was like a little diner. I don't know. I hate this too. I really don't care for this island that much, but I really wanted to just give you guys a tour of my first island. But I promise the next one will be 10 times better. It's going to be Amityville, which was my second island, which I promise you, it is a huge upgrade from this island. And I mean, if you guys think this island's good, then oh my gosh, I'm flattered. But just personally me, I'm very hard on myself, and this island was just not it for me. I mean, at the time I was like, oh yeah, like this is great. But looking back, it is so messy. There's so many things that could have been redone, but oh well, it's fine. So this beach just kind of mirrors the other one with the brick and the spiral trees. Yeah, this is nice. Phew, we made it, guys. Okay, so this is the end of the video in the tour of Midsommar. This is my first island. It's a mess. I know I've been saying that a lot, but it really is in my eyes looking back. This whole island is just a big mess, but it's my first island, so I hold it dearly to my heart. So I appreciate you guys watching, and I appreciate you guys wanting to see an island tour. I don't have a current island finished, ready to tour, but I'm actually working on one, which if you guys want to see my process of creating an island, let me know. So this was my first official YouTube video, so I'm sorry if it was a hard watch or anything of that sort. I promise I'll do better. But yes, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.